मुझे पता नहीं मैं अच्छा हूं, बुरा हूं, पुण्य हूं या पाप हूं, ये खुद से पूछना, क्योंकि मैं भी आप हूं. So it's a common man doing uncommon things for the common good of everybody. मैं कौन हूं, कौन नहीं, पता नहीं. मां को किया वादा हूं, मैं अधूरा एक इरादा हूं. मैं अच्छा हूं, बुरा हूं, पुण्य हूं या पाप हूं, ये खुद से पूछना, क्योंकि मैं भी आप हूं. रेडी.
There's always a debate going on, almost a quarrel over the superiority of the art house movies and the commercial ones. While people associated with the art are more inclined towards realistically curated aesthetic art movies, choose art house movies. But moreover, the audience also exists which choose commercial or blockbuster films. Art house movies are considered a delicate piece of work and meant for showcasing the art of filmmaking as a whole, most of all consisting of a rich writing style and screenplay. These are more on-grounded films with a purpose to draw parallels with human civilization or themes that reflect philosophical or social dynamics of society. The commercial ones, which are also known as masala films in India or mass entertainers, are meant to draw a large number of people in theatre and is consist of all sort of high-octane, high-scale or highly dramatic representation of the story. The stories can either be dumbfounded or can consist of a writing having substance. Films by their nature are born to hold a mirror in the face of a society and also for providing entertainment. Films in their initial stages were in documentary style and later induced the work of imagination. This is how our films have evolved, from simply being a straightforward documentary about daily events to more imaginative and interesting and exciting and fun and entertaining. I would say this was the beginning of what if in the filmmaking industry. What if, not only in terms of taking the filmmaking process in a technical context. For example, what if we show lighting this way? What if we show helicopter? But also in terms of the writing, a human activity that is in some manner shaping our lives and will continue to do so. Think about it for a moment and think about it in terms of writing down stories. Stories are always providing a window or mirror for the people who live in this world. They influence how we humans look at each other and perceive the things around us. They tap on our emotions and morality. No wonder why it's a big marketing tool. But I'm not here to talk about that. Films are made from the stories of the world. They can be fun, raunchy, awful, funny, disturbing, inspiring, informative, motivating, and anything it makes you feel. The problem with this quarrel is that it creates a divide between the art movies and commercial films. Often, the art house or more realistic ones are taken more seriously than mass entertainers. And it's attached with a sense of superiority as it gives a sense of hidden intelligence or heightened morals. In fact, it is somewhat true to an extent that commercial films or masala films are made with no sensibility or smart approach. But I will say that it is imperative to acknowledge that it is not necessary for the mass entertainers to not have values for enriching people's soul.
Words and language. No matter what anybody tells you, words and ideas can change the world.
It was my first introduction to the Tamil filmmaker Atlee due to the release of Jawan and his name being tagged as a major highlight, along with another name, Anirudh, the music composer, keeping the star cast aside. For having a little familiarity with Atlee's approach to writing a movie story, I watched Bigil, released in 2019, last night. Bigil has a mass approach to draw audience, but it actually talks about women empowerment. The overall story was a narrative of the male protagonist to fulfill his father's dream, but in the foreground of the story, it is speaking volumes on women and young girls who have dreams of achieving big. This gave me hope for Jawan, and I was right. Jawan by all means is a mass entertainer but with a genuine social message as well. The movie centers on a protagonist who is driven by the aim to rectify the problems in a society while fulfilling the promise made to his deceased mother to clear his father's tag as a traitor to his own country with help of a group of women and young girls who are a victim of the unjust treatment given by this system. Among all this, there is an antagonist who is a reflection of how capitalism has become an issue for the well-being of society and is shown that people in such authority with their wealth can change the system, for worse or for good, depends on their intent. The final scene of SRK delivering a message in a form of monologue is referenced and connected to the fact that Vijay Sethupathi, as the wealthy maniac, is going to enter politics to gain power and more authority, more wealth. Atlee, like in Bigil, incorporates the theme of women empowerment and immorality of the people in the power and authorities. The emotions between the son and father were heartfelt like it was in Bigil. While I was observing the illogical situation of the storyline, I reminded myself that it's a masala film and doesn't need to have every peculiar detail to perfection and going with logic or even physics. And this is what the case is for so many mass entertainers out there. So many commercial films out there. But this is not something to feel disappointed and undermining the value of the overall product by ignoring what it's trying to do while being true to its nature. Jawan is one of those commercially good movies that has substance in it, and it's a great balance of both over-the-top action sequences and a social conscious movie that is entertaining people with a message. And I'm amazed at the recent transformations of the movies, which showcases a beautiful new wave of commercial films that have a right balance of entertainment and social value. This is how we narrow down the gap between the art movies and commercial films. Not every art movie will be Shakespearean and not every commercial movie will be nonsense. This is the moment I am reminded of the dialogue in R.K. Balki's Chup, Revenge of the Artist. Your job is to feel the movie. How much business will it do is not your job. Well, this dialogue was for a film critique, but it is no different for any cinephile and anyone who claims that they love stories. Whether a film is an artistic or realistic one, or a commercial one, what it makes you feel matters. Watching Jawan felt like a collective anger of the people who switch on the television or read news on the internet daily. Atlee has simply provided a new way to our audience for the mass entertainers that are socially aware and embedded with message to people and providing entertainment at the same time. Jawan will make you cry, tickle at moments, kick your adrenaline rush and give you a message to question everything. That's all.
आपको हमारी कसम लौट आई